I've been doing the short form content thing over on Instagram and TikTok, and realistically, my videos are not doing well over there. Probably because I'm so long-winded, I don't know how to do short form content and have it be snappy and fun. So I decided I'm going to film a video for YouTube, and we're going to do a long form, full glam look because I really feel like sitting and playing with makeup today and just enjoying myself. I recently tried out the Kimchi foundation and setting powders, and I was really impressed with them. And the concealer came in the mail yesterday, so I figure I'm just going to do my base routine using Kimchi products. I'm starting out with the foundation. This is a really good foundation in the shade 104L. I tried this out the other day and I was really impressed with how beautifully it wore. So I'm excited to try it again today with the concealer and wear it for longer and see how it holds up on my skin. I'm just as impressed with the foundation this time as I was the last time I tried it. It feels so lightweight on the skin, and I really don't feel like it emphasizes my texture or my pores or my fine lines at all. I'm really excited to try this concealer. I've been wanting it for so long. I finally got my hands on it. This is the Most Concealer. It says it is a multitask superstar. So we're going to try this out today and see if it lives up to its hype. I don't remember what shade this is, so I will look it up and put it on the screen. I definitely squeezed out a little too much. I'm going to blend that out using my Anessa Beauty little concealer brush. I love this thing. This seems to be a very hydrating concealer, so hopefully it doesn't cling on my under eyes and it makes them look hydrated and plump and youthful and covered and bright and all the things. I'm just going to go in with my sponge and I'm just going to blend that just to make sure there's no harsh lines and everything is really seamless. To warm up my face a little bit, I'm going to use this Milani Cheek Kiss bronzer. This is in the shade 130 Spicy Season. This is so good. I was lucky enough to have Milani notice me on one of my videos relating to one of their products last year. Like it was just a couple months ago. Someone on their team saw a video that I made about one of their eyeliners that I got that had like weird yellow patches on it, and the brand ended up reaching out to me and they ended up sending me some free product, and I jokingly made a video about being added to the PR list, and now I've gotten PR from Milani and it's everything I ever hoped it would be. I'm just applying that bronzer using a Laura Lee Los Angeles L34 brush. I picked up a set of Laura Lee's brushes on their Black Friday sale, and I have been so impressed with every single one of them so far. Time for blush. I'm going to use the Milani Cheek Kiss blush in the shade 110 Nude Kiss. I am, again, a really big fan of all of these Cheek Kiss products. They're so good. Nice and creamy, and they blend so beautifully. I've really been enjoying a very blushy cheek, so I'm going to use another liquid blush. This is the Cheek Kiss liquid blush in 140 Rose Romance. And I'm just going to take and apply a dot on each cheek. And then blend that out with my brush. This is an e.l.f. dual-ended blending brush. And again, just going in with my sponge to make sure everything is really seamlessly blended in. I wasn't kidding about being obsessed with Milani's cheek products lately. This is the Blush and Glow Cheek Kiss. This is in the shade 120 Pink Kava. This adds such a beautiful glow to the skin. It's not even funny. Even though I have super oily skin, I can still wear this and it looks beautiful. I definitely went a little bit too heavy-handed, so I'm just going to use my sponge to blend that out. Here you can really see that beautiful glow that it gives the skin. Now that all my cream products are laid down, I'm just going to go with some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to use that to just make everything melt together. Time to set everything in place. I'm going to use two different shades of the Puff Puff Pass Powder. I have the shade 03 Translucent and 09 Pink. I'm going to start out by just blending out my under eyes. I want to make sure there's no unnecessary separation or wrinkles and crinkles. Make it as smooth as I can before I add powder. And now on a puff, I'm just going to add that pink powder right on my under eye. It's such a beautiful powder, and I'm really excited to keep using this and see how it compares to my favorite Givenchy one, because as I know, they've changed that formula and I can't use anything shimmery under my eyes. There's no way. So I'm really hopeful that this one is going to hold up as well as the original Givenchy one. This is only my second time using this powder, and the first time I used it, I was so impressed. So I'm really excited to see how this holds up. It is so nice and smoothing. It's not even funny. Now I'm just going to set the rest of my face using this magical little chinchilla sponge. I went ahead and did my brows off camera because clearly I'm struggling with them, and I do not need video record of that struggle. staying on the internet forever. I also went ahead and added an eye primer. This is the About Face one. I've been testing this out, so I'm excited to see how this holds up. I have a really hard time with things creasing on me. So far, the only one I found that doesn't crease is the one from MAC, so we will see how this one compares. So far, I'm really impressed. You can see there's no creasing, there's no separation of any of the concealer or anything that was on my lids before, so that gives me hope. I'm going to add some powder bronzer. This L'Oreal Infallible one, this has just been my everyday go-to for months at this point. My favorite is still the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, but I don't have any more of that, and I really only ever buy it when I find it on sale at Marshall's. I don't know why I bulk at spending full price on that, but I do. But I haven't seen any at Marshall's in quite some time, so I may have to go ahead and just order from Sephora. Don't forget just a tiny little dusting on the chins. Make sure everything blends down to the chest and matches. I'm just taking a flat, fluffy brush. This one's from Anessa Beauty. This is the multi-powder brush, and I'm just using that to make sure all that bronzer is blended in really seamlessly. Look at how beautiful and smooth my skin looks. I am so impressed with these Kimchi products. It's not even funny. This is another Black Friday find. This is the Laura Lee and Lunar Beauty collab. This is the Fool Fantasy Blush Palette. This is so good. It has such a beautiful array of colors, and I am really impressed with it. I'm going to take this shade here. This is called Rose Skyline. I'm just going to work that on the apples of my cheeks, kind of tickling my lashes, and then up towards my temple a little bit. I have really been into a blushy face this winter. I like looking like I was out in the cold. And then I'm going to take this lighter pink shade. This is called Pink Blossom. I'm just popping that right on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm blending that into the Rose Skyline shade. Kind of an ombre effect. Just taking that all around the edges of that deeper shade. And then back in with that big fluffy brush to make sure everything is really blended. I'm going to do a couple of different things for highlight today. First, I'm going to go with this RMS Beauty Redimension Hydra Dew Luminizer. I got this a couple of months ago, and I have been obsessed with it ever since. I use this every single time I do my makeup, and it is so beautiful. I like to apply it using the Anessa Beauty Tapered Highlighter Brush because it gives just such a beautiful dimension and glow to the skin. Like, it just gives the most subtle sheen, and it doesn't enhance texture, and it looks so beautiful. I just add that to all the high points of my face, right above my brows, down my nose, my top lip, tops of my cheekbones. And I'm not very precise with this. I kind of just add it all over in those areas to give a wash of glow. And then I even take a little bit on my finger just to highlight my nose with a little exclamation point. This leaves such a beautiful wet sheen to the face. For highlight, I'm going to go back into that Laura Lee palette, and I'm going to take a mix of Gold Fantasy and Nude Champagne just on this big fluffy Laura Lee L35 brush. And I'm just going to put that right on the very top of my cheekbones. This just leaves such a beautiful sheen, and I really love the combination of those two products together. Those three shades just mix together beautifully. Also, this brush, oh my god, so good. You know what I just realized? Most of the products that I just used, I got off the TikTok shop. So I had a little look around, and I have a few other things that I ordered off TikTok, so I figured we'll just use those today, and this will be a mostly full face of products I bought off the TikTok shop. So I found these two palettes. These are from Girl Cult, and they are these super cute little quads. The packaging is absolutely adorable. I have a more warm toned one and then a more cool toned one, so I'm going to use both of these today to make my eye look. I do want to mention that it's been a little bit over an hour since I started my makeup. I've had to get up a couple of times, put the dogs out, all that. So this has been on for a little while, and my eyeshadow primer has not separated or creased, and my lids feel super dry, which for me, with having oily eyelids, is huge. So far, I'm really impressed with this little eyeshadow primer from About Face. I'm going to start out with this lighter shade from the more warm tone Girl Cult palette. This has a little dragon embossed right in this shade. Isn't that so stinking cute? So I'm just taking that lightest shade and working that into my crease and up towards my brow bone. I'm old school. I've been doing makeup for a really long time, and I love a good transition shade. Now I'm going to grab this more cool tone little quad, and I'm going to take this medium brown tone, and I'm going to work that into my crease as well. Any shade that I run into my crease, I take right down under my lower lash line as well, just so that everything is really blended and cohesive. And then back into this warm quad to get this brown right here. I'm going to be using some shimmers, so I want to make sure I disturb those as little as possible. So I'm going to do my eyeliner first. I'm going to use the Essence Stay and Play Gel Liner. This is in the shade Raven Black. This is one of my absolute favorite eyeliners, and I think it's under $5. You can get it on Amazon, and I am a huge fan. This is such a good eyeliner. I have very, very sensitive eyes, and most eyeliners burn and sting, and I cannot use them. Like Urban Decay, love it, can't use it, gives me an instant headache. Melt, same thing, instant headache. Most of the higher end eyeliners that I've tried have some ingredient that makes my eyes hurt so bad the entire time I'm wearing it, and most of the affordable ones don't. So I don't know what that ingredient is, but apparently it's expensive. Now I'm just going to smudge out that liner with a clean brush. This is the Sigma E15, and it's a really great little flat brush. This is fantastic for smudging out liner. If your eyeliner looks crazy at this stage, that's fine. This is just a very messy step, so trust the process. Now I'm going back in with a little bit more of the brown from that Cool Tone quad, and I'm just going to smudge that right along the edge of that black eyeliner, just to soften it a little bit. So there's 3 options for glitter. There's this silvery champagne one, this kind of blue, and then this gold shade right here. These are stunning. That gold is so impactful. Look at how beautiful those are. I think I'm going to use the silvery shade. I really like that kind of ice princess vibe that's going around, and I think this color is just perfect. I'm going to go in with just a little bit of the NYX Glitter Glue Primer. I'm going to prep my lids with that so that that shimmer has something to stick to. I have no idea where this brush came from. I think I got it in a BoxyCharm years ago, but this is my absolute favorite brush for applying glitters and shimmers and things of that nature because it's flat and dense and perfect. And then I'm just going to take that same brush and I'm going to go into that silvery shade and I'm just going to pat that on the inner third of my lid. Oh, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. That is so ethereal and sparkly and gorgeous. Look at how gorgeous that is. I am so impressed. I'm going to take a little bit more just on my finger, and I'm going to use that to kind of pat out the edges there so it doesn't have a harsh line. I want to intensify my outer V a little bit, so I'm going to go in with the black from this palette, and I'm just going to work that right into the outer corner, just to really make that dramatic and intense. I just realized I wasn't recording. Love that. I went in and added a little bit more black eyeliner to my lower waterline and then just smoked that out. Now I'm going to go back in with this Cool Tone quad and I'm going to take the glitter. I'm going to take my little brush and I'm going to dab a little bit of this right on the inner third of my lower lash line. Just like that. For falsies today, I'm going to use the collab between Blend Bunny and Robert Welsh. I'm going to use this fluffy set, and I'm going to use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive to apply them. This is my favorite lash glue. It's so good. It doesn't irritate my eyes at all, and it holds up really well throughout the day. And I'm also going to show you a trick to get your lashes to stay on longer. I have the glue already on the lashes, so I'm going to set those aside and let that dry. While that's drying, I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm going to put on a couple coats of mascara. This one from Essence. This is the Lash Like a Boss. This is my current favorite mascara. And now for the trick that's going to keep your lashes on all day. I'm going to go in with a lash glue liner. This is the one from Lit Cosmetics. The one from Kiss is also really, really good. And I'm just going to work that right along my upper lash line, just like you would a regular eyeliner. And this is going to give your false lashes something tacky to cling to. And now I'm going to take my false lash, and you can see the glue is dried almost completely clear, and I'm just going to pop that on over top. And now that eyelash is not going anywhere. Time for lips. I picked up a pack of 10 liners on the TikTok shop for really, really cheap. If it's still available, I'll make sure I link it on my TikTok shop. But these are so beautiful and creamy. And then I have this bullet lipstick from Gerard Cosmetics. This is the shade Mystic Moon, and it's a really, really beautiful cool tone nude. So I'm going to take the 003 shade of those liners. This is kind of a warm brown, and I figure between the warm brown lip liner and the cool lipstick, it should give us a beautiful neutral lip. And then I'm just going to add Mystic Moon right over top. And then just a little bit of Stone from MAC for definition. To finish off the lips, I'm going to add a little bit of this gloss. This is one of the Shine Loud lip glosses from Essence. I have no idea what shade this is. I've had it for probably longer than I should have, but it is honestly one of my favorite products in my collection. It is so beautiful and transformative and shimmery and glimmery and perfect. It gives any lip color just that perfect shimmery, cool toned finish. Time to lock everything in place. I'm going to use a little bit more of the MAC Fix Plus just to melt everything together. And now I'm going to lock it in place with the L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist. And here's the final look, using mostly products that I bought off of TikTok. Overall, I really love it. The shimmer on this eyeshadow is so beautiful. It's so sparkly and just ethereal, and the camera absolutely doesn't do it justice. I feel super glamorous. I love this look, and it's perfect to go spend the evening watching movies on the couch with my husband and the dogs. So I hope you guys have a great one, whatever you're doing.